Hello everybody, it's Brian here today, and I will be showing you my main Doom directory. Now this is the little folder, as you would like to call it, that has everything that I do related to Doom. That means the main game, all the mods, all the loaders, the source engines, and everything of that sort. So without further ado, let's begin into it. So first thing you're going to want to do is you want to open up Google Chrome, or whatever browser you prefer. Now you want to go to my YouTube channel, so I'm going to do right now, since I can instantly go to it, but you guys have to, if you're not subscribed, you have to go to my channel link, or just type my name in. So my channel. But anyway, once you're at my channel's homepage, what you want to do is you want to go to this link right here, titled Main Doom Directory. Now what this will do is it will redirect you to my Google Drive file that has my main Doom directory. And which, now of course, it won't be a preview because it's in a RAW file and Google can't read RAW files. And the only reason I chose this format is because it made it a lot easier to upload because the file is very big. So, sorry about what you're going to do is you're going to want to press this download button, or press this, don't know why there's two. And you're going to want to close out Google Chrome. Now, once it's finished downloading, you'll go to your downloads, and the file will appear. Now I'm not going to download during this video because that'll take ages and I already have it on my computer. So for the sake of sanity, I drove it out to my desktop. What you're going to do is you're going to right click and you're going to press to extract to main Doom directory. Now I'm not going to extract this because that'd be pointless. But anyway, once the extraction is done, and depending on your internet speed, it will take some time to download it, and depending on your computer speed, it will take some time to unraw it. But then once you do that, you want to go to here. Now, in here, you'll see 4 folders: Doom, Doom source ports, games, and tools and other things. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to go to games. You're going to Control A, all of this, you're going to copy, you're going to paste it in here. What those are iWads. And iWads, for those of you who may know, are games. And you need said games in whatever directory you have your mods in, so that way when you open a source port or any other source port, essentially, you'll be able to find said games. And I have them all in here. So once you copy that, what you're going to want to do is you want to back out of that. You want to go to Doom source ports. And what you want to do is you want to actually copy this folder and place it anywhere you want. Now, for the sake of sanity, and because it was rather easy, I placed it in my program files times 86. But you can feel free to paste this anywhere. Make sure you remember where you pasted it, because it's going to be very important later during the video. So once you do that, you want to go back to the main Doom directory. And then what you want to do is you want to go to Tools and Other Things. Go to Tools, and you'll see 2 programs, Slade and ZDL. I'm just going to delete that because, I don't know, it's just there. I forgot to remove it. But Slade is essentially a editing program that you use if you want to create your own Doom mods, either PK3s or WADs. But for the sake of sanity, I'm going to go into ZDL. Now, ZDL is the sort of, the loader in this case. This program will be very important, as this is how you will be able to load your Doom mods and whatever other things you have to relate to Doom. So what you're going to do is you're just going to open it. But I would recommend creating a shortcut. I'm going to create a shortcut. Throw that on the desktop. Or if you feel adventurous, you can always pin it to taskbar. Sorry, I'm kind of tired. What you're going to do after that is you're going to go to OpenCDL. And it's going to bring you to this. Now, this may seem confusing at first, but don't worry. I'll dumb it down as simple as possible. So what you want to do, first thing you want to do is you're going to go to Settings. Now, what you want to do is you want to go to SourcePort/engines, go to Add, put in a name, and then browse for whatever you put. And make sure when you're browsing that you actually find wherever you put all the source ports. Now, see, for me, I put in Program Files Times 86, so say Program Files Times 86, Doom source ports, which was what we moved into there, GZ Doom, which is the engine GZ Doom, version 2.3, and then the final executable. Now, you're going to want to do these for all of them. These, right now, you can pause the video so you can remember what are the names of the source ports so there's no confusion. Then what you want to go do is you want to go to iWADs, and these are all the games. Now you also want to pause the video here and take note because these are all the games. Now because I'm an idiot, these by default are already put here. So once you open up ZDL for the first time on your computer, these will display. What you're going to want to do is remove all of these. You're going to want to remove all of these, and the reason being is because this is my directory, so obviously you see users as my specific directory from my account. It's not going to be the same for you. So I want you to take the time right now to pause the video, take notes if you must, or if you have a photographic memory, do not. Make sure to remain all these games. You can feel free to have these games right here, but the ones I would really recommend for right now anyway that you add are Doom 2, The Ultimate Doom, and Final Doom, because those are the main games. Free Doom is optional. But once you're done though, and once you've located all your iWADs, you want to go over here. Now for these options, these will do certain things such as close on last, show the file list, or the path list rather. So that way you know you can remember where all your WADs are and save and load PWAD list automatically. Now what this does is, I'll explain it in a moment, that saves anything in here, and external files are basically PWADs. These are all PWADs. PWADs are either custom maps or custom mods. And by default you can find a load of them in here. That was my brother, by the way. So you can choose any of these settings how you like. Now, personally, I put close on launch, and the reason being is so I don't accidentally relaunch the game when I want to change mods, which is why I pinned it to the taskbar so you can access it easily. Show path list, so I remember where the paths are. Save and load PLOC automatically. I disabled this simply because if I want to remove, I don't have to remove mods when opening the application, because that will waste your time. And you always want to enable update notifier so you can have the latest version of it. You can also try the beta if you like, but I'm not doing that right now. Now these are your iWADs, search engines, and what you want to do in this little bar right here, this will list your source ports. The source port list will go in the order that you listed them in here. Same with the iWADs. The iWADs will go in the list that you sorted here. Now, say if I want to run a mod, then I would go to external files, add, and then I could add any mod or map from this list. So what have I just for this run I won't run any mods because that would kind of take up space. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to add any mods whatsoever. I'm just going to play the vanilla version, and I want to play Doom 2, so I'll launch it. I have this window, by the way, so because I don't want action to close out, I also have to view data. So from here, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Start a new game, do it on ultra violence. And the frame rate is not the best because I am recording and my computer is not the best. But what you also want to do is whenever you get into whenever the first time you're loading a game, what you want to do is you want to go to Options, Customize Controls. These are all your controls. You can attune them to anywhere you want. So as you can see, these are mine. E for open, WASD for basic movement, jumping, crouching, C, Also, feel free to not have to abide by that certain rule that you're not supposed to jump. And what you also want to do is you want to go to mouse options. You, excuse me. You want to turn always mouse click on. This way you can look around, you can look up and down, left to right. And basically, it feels like a normal modernized PC game. What you also want to do is, if you have a gamepad, you want to go to joystick options and set the joystick's controls to whatever you like. And you got a bunch of other stuff here. So player setup. This is your name, whatever team you want for multiplayer. Your color, default is green. Your class, your skin, your gender, male. I turn auto aim off, and the reason for this is that if you're playing with mouse click, you have to have auto aim off, because auto aim with mouse click will not, they conflict very greatly, and you'll be missing a lot, because in the old Doom you didn't have mouse click. Only thing you could do is look left or right, which is why auto aim was mandatory for enemies that are above you, since you can look up at them. Switch on pickup. This is your personal preference. I turned this off just in case I grab ammo for something and I don't want to use it at the moment. Always run. Turn that on so I can move fluidly and freely. Gameplay options. Do whatever you want. Compatibility. Auto map. This is basically just the map. This is the auto map. And HUD. Now, alternative HUD, you can turn this on or off. I keep this off because I don't want that. Message options, make sure this is on so you can see when you pick up stuff and other things. You can also change the obituary colors, so if I pick up an item, it will display a sign. In fact, I'm just going to go to Zombie Man. And you see, pick up a clip. I also have it centered in the middle. Also, another thing you can set into the messages, as you can see, right, I don't know. Oh yeah, center messages is on. Turn it off. Displays it at the upper left hand corner. Turn it back on. It's my preference. You can do whatever you like. Miscellaneous. Enable cheats and anything else you want. This is for your network. Sound. I have all this muted because I'm doing this video, but you can turn this on. You can also change the MIDI device to whatever you want. Display options. Now, this is all the display options for textures, view bob, and all that. OpenGL, this is what you want. If you're ever playing this and you have, like, say, a decent computer bit, or really you should be using this regardless, you always want to make sure your source port can run OpenGL, so that way, you know, textures will actually look nice. They won't lean in towards you. They look full 3D as if like this. Also, if you do change the texture settings, so if you change from OpenGL to something else, make sure you restart the game. Screenshot size, this will change what HUD you want, or if you want a HUD at all. Gamma, brightness, contrast, hardware gamma adjusts with the brightness, so it levels it out so it doesn't make too light, too dark. Screen white style, this is where if you're saying launching a new game, loading a game, or switching in between maps, I have this disabled just so I can do it instantly. You can show the end zoom screen. It's got a rendering. I have this capped. Also, translucency. See how translucent glasses souls are, or basically see-through. And the blood type and bullet puff I use for sprites. The KOs. This is how much blood and other things as rocket impacts, plasma impacts, and other things like that. How much can be on the floor. Depending on your PC, you may want to have this low or high. Bob style. Bob is how much your weapon will move on screen while moving. You can change the speed and all that. Video mode is the graphics option. Now, currently, my graphics card can only get this. Don't worry. If I could show you, if I could have the webcam on, but I don't. I have a GT 710, and I'm ordering a new processor at the moment, so generally, those of you who have better PCs than mine, obviously you'll have the ability to go up to 1080p, but for right now, mine's going to go up to 768p. You can see how the aspect ratios, this aspect ratio changes the screen size. Force, you can force an aspect ratio, which will change the screenshot depending on which one you chose. I'll turn this off. Turn this off just because it looks nice and it's not too wide and not too, short. Enable, if you can enable 5:4 aspect ratio. These are like the lower resolutions, like such as this. This is a 5:4 aspect ratio. You can enable this if you want to, if you have a low end PC and your PC is not the greatest for gaming. You can set defaults, reset to last save. So whatever your last save was, whatever options it had on that save, it will revert to this. You can also go to console. The console will allow you to put in console commands. Now you can also put certain source ports you can put in the old school cheats such as IDKFA, which will give you all. Now because I'm running on GZ Doom and that's modern, those cheats have not been implemented, but stuff on like Zandronum and Skulltag and QZ Doom, I believe, those are the source ports that do allow for the old cheat codes. But I'm just gonna put it in modern ones such as Eval. Use all the weapons in the backpack, as well as all the keys. And that's pretty much the basis of when you get into a game. You can load a game if you have any saves. Culinary starter pack right there from Brutal Doom. You can save a game at any time. You have to quit the game. Now in Skulltag, when it displays this message, you will have to use Y or N if you want to quit or not quit the game. But any other source port, you'll be able to just press either yes or no. So with that in mind, I want to go back. Doom. This is where all the mods are, and as well as all the icons that we copied earlier. So if you want, you can paste in any other mods that you do find. I just put in a bunch of good ones just because, as well as a couple map packs that I saw, such as Brutal Doom, V20. This is V19, by the way. This is V19, Brutal Doom V19 vanilla. So you make sure, if you feel free to change that. This is Beyond Hell and Earth. This is Doom the way ID did, I believe. Doom for weapons. You'll be able to figure them out. So what you want to do is you go to main Doom directory. And that's pretty much the synopsis. So I will always, as always, any Doom video I do, I will put this in the description. As well as if you want to play Doom, you can always go to, like I said, the main page. Right here. So yeah, you can play any mod, and just to test you that the mods do work, if you want to add a mod or map, you have to go here, and you have to select either a mod or map. So I'm going to do Brutal Doom V19, or V20 rather. You can select from any of these source ports. I'm going to use Zandronum. You know what? Why don't I just stick with GZ Doom? I'm not sure if I had Zandronum full screen or not, and I'm going to make sure that don't take any risk here because action may close. So what you do is you just want to press launch, and the game will open up. And from here you can do whatever. I'll just pick the modern class, ultra violence, and you're pretty much in. Oh, I forgot one thing with the HUD. The crosshairs. The crosshairs. You can force this to be your default crosshair, whatever you have here. You can also change the color. I don't know if that works or not. Crosshair shows health. That means the color will change depending on what health you have. So if you have anywhere, so it's kind of like the status bar. So as of right now, if I have 100 and over gives green. I believe 60 and under gives 60 gives orange, and I believe up to 30% health you get red. But yeah, you can just pretty much have a lot of fun with this. Bro, it's also another thing, if you want to, you can manually edit your save files and all the other stuff, but you have to find them. Now for me, for some reason, I cannot find my configuration settings. I don't know why. I don't know what source ports put them. Maybe because I need to set it. But yeah, as you can see here, crosshair is a little less greener because I have lower health. And if I change, also just to prove this works, if we go to HUD options and crosshair display up, you turn it off and change the color to, let's say, cyan, so red and blue at max, red, blue, green, This is an RGB scale, by the way. So if you're not fully aware with what this is, it will take you some time to get adjusted to it. Yeah, see, change cyan. Now, personally, I like to have the crosshair to show health, just to give it a little indication. If you say like don't have any of this up here, because if you give yourself a screen size that does not have that, such as 12. The crosshair can be your indicator of what your health status is. It won't always be reliable, but it'll give you a general idea. So yeah, guys, that is the video. I will be uploading soon, and school is starting, so so uploads won't be always frequent, but I'll try to at least do daily, maybe if I have enough time. To be honest, I probably should, because what else would you be doing aside from playing this? And those of you who know, I may get the new 4, maybe. But yeah, that's my tutorial on how to use main Doom directory. Guys, if any questions at all, you can ask me in the comment section. But yeah, see you guys.